She took his stick. She took it, and he won't shut up. So take it back. She's a third the size of you. Oh, she walked away from it. He's happy now. That's it. That's mine. These two. She'll go chew off another one. It's really, really low tide, so all the logs and everything is exposed. That's his favorite. This is his favorite, well, you see the mud. So, yeah, I think you get the point. I think you get the idea what I'm going home to.
You ready? Here we go. It did it. I don't believe it.
Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Go.
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Go.
All right, Panther fans, here we go. This is it, man. 5 to go. None of them any more important than this one tonight. We could pretty much put the Buffalo Sabres out of it with a win in regulation tonight. And need I remind you, if we win all of our last 5 games in regulation, at this point, we're guaranteed a playoff spot. That could change as the Islanders and Penguins lose games and or lose points. Bubba is still not... I see a big bunny outside. My door is there. There's the door is glass, window, bunny, distracted. Bubba is still not well enough to be the backup. He was on the ice a little bit today, did a little bit of work. He is not in, so Guzda is still the backup. And Devon Levi, I can't, every time I want to say Levi, I say Levi. When I try to say Levi, I say Levi. I'm going to call him the Jeans. We'll just call him the Jeans guy. All right? That dude, another one of these goalies that we traded. And we'll see how this works out. It'll be interesting to see Reinhart against Levi. I got it. I got it right. I've been trying all day. All right. 4-2 Cats. 4-2 Panthers. You know Buffalo's going to come out. They are going to be like a freaking cannonball. They're probably going to get out to that nice little 1-goal lead. Might even get a 2-goal lead. I think the Panthers are going to take care of business here tonight. 13 days into the playoffs start. Less than 2 weeks until the playoffs start. So as this goes on, if we get, as it becomes more and more obvious that we will be the 7 or 8 seed, the contact is going to be fast and furious, because not like last year where I start planning things and we know the dates and we know the matchups and all of that stuff throughout the entire league. Both conferences, there's very few matchups that are pretty much set. We know Toronto is going to play Tampa. We're pretty sure the Rangers are going to play the Devils, but it's not a guarantee. So some of these teams need to start getting some separation so I can get some of my stuff prepared. All right, 4-2 Cats. Let's get to. All right, so 1-1 after 1. That was a long first period. I think shots were 14-13 or something like that. Panthers were out shooting them. But we might be out shooting them by a little bit. But Buffalo was out playing us. Lyon has had to make numerous saves, including one that the first goal Buffalo got was called back on way off sides. But that being said, Ekblad got a power play goal. So that's encouraging. They kind of moved things around a little bit. Where like now Montour and Ekblad were kind of switching spots a little bit. And then Ekblad ended up in the left circle. And he missed a couple of shots. And then finally the third time he got one past Levi. Ties the game at 1. New Jersey's winning 2-0. This game is tied. And I can feel the heart palpitations that already start. Let's move on to the second period. All right, so I'll have to check. I can't remember the last time the Panthers played, where both teams played a scoreless second period. 9 nights out of 10, the second period is our worst period of the night. We usually allow a goal or two or three, but not tonight, man. I don't want to praise the goaltender. I can't praise our goaltender. I'm not going to praise theirs. We'll save that for the postgame. But let's just say there's robbery happening on both sides of the ice. This is playoff hockey in terms of the intensity. Is a playoff game. Teams are very evenly matched. Everybody's playing pretty well. I'm still seeing the Panthers a little bit too much with trying to get a little bit fancy with the passes. Montour is not playing particularly well tonight in terms of offensive production. He's had some outlet passes that are a little bit too aggressive and they're getting turned over. But we're winning the battles along the boards, and Jersey's beating Pittsburgh 3-0. So as much as I want to get 2 points out of this game, I'm not picky. If we get 1 point and Jersey holds on to beat Pittsburgh, we're in the 8th seed with 4 left. I'm not picky. I don't care what it looks like as long as there's a 7 or an 8 next to our name at the end of the season. Let's move on to thirds, finish this off. Oh. 2 points! Wah! Don't kick the tripod, Josh. Yes! Yes! Oh, we are the 7th seed right now. With 4 games to go. We control the entire universe. Right now. Right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And 4 games. We got 4 games. What a ridiculous effort. Just all the way around. Now, I'm not going to sit here and nitpick. I'll leave the nitpicking for the morning. I know Stu feels like he made too many mistakes towards the end. I don't necessarily disagree with him, but let's face it. This time of year and into the playoffs, it's 1-goal games, a little bit of puck luck. Yes, you have to stay out of the box. But Ekblad's goal, we watched the replay, went off the crossbar, off of Levi's back, and into the net. That's how you win hockey games this time of year. Just throw it at the net and see what happens. And we did that just barely enough tonight. Just barely enough tonight. All right, so this is happening. This is happening. Ryan Lomberg, I swear, dude, I talked about this on the stream, but he made one play that was just absolutely indicative of why we just give me 12 Ryan Lombergs. He gets the puck, and he doesn't quite have a clear breakaway. The defender is right behind him, okay? But he's ahead enough to where he can maneuver the puck with at least one hand. He doesn't have a shot, really, and there's nobody behind him to even get a rebound. So as he's rushing full force towards the net, he just weakly backhands the puck on net, forcing a stoppage of play, and we get a face-off in the zone. It doesn't sound like a lot, but little plays like that make the biggest differences in the world. There was another play that was the opposite. Brandon Montour had the puck in the defensive zone. He made a really, really bad attempt at clearing the puck because it was really an attempt to get like a 2-line pass going. The puck was intercepted, and for the next minute and a half, Buffalo had the puck in the zone. They didn't score, but again, the difference between the smart hockey play and the not so smart hockey play. Now, you know, Lundell, I'm going to just call him out right here. Dude, what in the frickin'... I know we won the game, but you've got to be better than this, okay? A weak backhanded pass with a minute left? while we're on the power play, and then you make matters worse. You trip the guy and get called for a penalty, so then it gives him a 6-on-3 by the end. Well, no, Ekblad's tripping gave him a 6-on-3. It was a crazy last minute. But I need a Lion. Do I have a Lion? I don't think I have a Lion. I need a Lion. Yeah, I think we definitely need to get a Lion. There's actually room, like if I could get a Lion and put him right up here on this pole, right? Or maybe like a little Lion and put the Lion like on Kermit's, like sitting on his shoulders. We need a Lion, that's for sure. I would like to see him get extended now, please. Okay? Let's extend him so that at the very worst case scenario, he's our number 3 next year. But considering the fact that we don't know what's up with Spencer Knight, Alex Lyon has not had a lot of opportunities elsewhere. If you haven't looked up his stats, look him up. He hasn't had a lot of chances. Okay, this is his first literally his first real opportunity at any kind of meaningful hockey at the NHL level, and he's showing up. He's saving our season because we've won 4 games in a row now. We had lost 4 games in a row. Bob got sick, and now we've won 4 games in a row. And Lyon is now allowed, I think it was 4 goals. I think it's 5 goals in the 4 games is what he's allowed. You just throw him out there again, right? I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do other than just keep playing the guy. Now, the good news is we have seen that when Bob feels like his job is under threat, right? We've seen when Spencer Knight looks like he's going to take the job, Bob comes back and says, hell no, I'm Vezina Bob, so this could work out for us, okay? But there's no need to rush him back. We do need Sam Bennett back. I believe that we can make the playoffs as is with Luosterainen and Lundell. But if we get into the playoffs, if we want any chance against Boston, Carolina, the Doubles, we need Sam Bennett back. We've got to have him back. We need him for those tough, hardcore moments that he gives us. What else did we see tonight? Montour, like I said, didn't have a great game. Was a mixed bag. Hopefully Forsling's okay. He blocked the shot with his hand right there towards the end. Hopefully, because, a hand, you can't just, like, tape up the hand and hold your stick. So hopefully that's okay. Duke. Anthony Duclair comes down towards the end of the game. It's very, very close to a clear breakaway. He draws the penalty that really, I've seen penalty shots called for less than that. He kind of got a shot off if you count him being held and the kind of, and that's putting it mildly. It could have easily been a penalty shot. I think if they call a penalty shot, nobody can really say there's no way that should be a penalty shot. But it wasn't. We get the power play, and then we just played keep away, which was odd to see. But what? That's what matters right now. All that matters this time of year is 2 points. It don't matter how we get them. It don't matter who scored, who doesn't score. If it's 2-1, 10-9, none of that matters. Just like the playoffs. That game 2 against Tampa last year. Didn't matter that it was only 3.8 seconds left on the clock. They scored, they won the game, series over. Doesn't matter how, doesn't matter when, don't matter. Win, lose. That's it. I'm not going to sit here and nitpick things over and above under these circumstances. The way that this team started the season and the pace that they have played at, with the exception of a couple of minor spots there, right? We had a couple of games with Lyon when he first came in that we weren't that good. And then we had the 4-game losing streak where Bob was clearly getting worn out from being just however many starts in a row it was, and then he got sick. But other than that, since basically, certainly before the All-Star break, but certainly since the All-Star break, we've been on a really good pace. We've certainly been on a pace where there would be no question if we played at this pace for a full season, we'd be 100, 110 points somewhere, and it wouldn't be a question of whether or not we were in the playoffs. So I feel good about this team. We need Bennett back. That we definitely need. And I would like to have a discussion with Anton Lundell, because it's starting to piss me off now. I know you're a young kid, and I'm not worried about the physical stuff. I know you'll get better, and you'll gain your weight, and everything like that. I would be lying if I said I was not a little bit concerned about some of the mental aspects of his game. Now, I'm sure that if I said that to Randy, Randy would say he's a 21-year-old center, cut him some slack, he'll be fine. So I won't say that to Randy. I'll say it to myself in Randy's stead. He's still young, but tonight was not a good look. Big pressure cooker moment. You can't attempt to clear the zone on a weak backhand. That you have to know. If you're standing there and your play is a backhand or wrap it around the boards behind you, just wrap it around the boards behind you, and if it comes out and they get it, so be it. But you can't just throw the puck slowly into the middle of the ice when Buffalo's over there playing for the whole season, their whole playoff lives. They're not obviously eliminated now, but for all intents and purposes, 6 of one, half dozen of another. If Buffalo won the rest of their games, and the Islanders and the Penguins both tanked, I suppose it's possible Buffalo could still sneak in. But in terms of catching the Panthers, that's going to kind of hurt them. Ottawa lost as well, so I'm not so sure I don't know if they're still mathematically in it or not. But I'm how can I word this? I want to word this in a manner in which, see what the problem is. I'll tell you what the problem is. Problem is that Karen went to the airport today to pick up Kyle. And when she got Kyle, he was hungry. So they went and they had pizza. And he was hungry for dessert. So they went to the grocery store and got a whole bunch of donuts and pastries. And at the last minute, they said, oh, you know what? We better not bring all these donuts and pastries home for Kyle if we didn't bring any home for me. So they brought me home a bag with 3 massive donuts. So during the third period, I ate the biggest Boston cream donut I've ever had in my life, and my head is spinning right now. I feel like I did a couple of lines, and I've never done lines, but I suspect that this is what it feels like. So on one hand, my head is spinning and I'm like loopy. The other hand, I'm going to shut up. I almost said something that I was going to regret, but I didn't. Look, here's the bottom line. You get 2 points. We got 4 left. Pittsburgh losing really puts them into a bind. The Isles play the Lightning Thursday. That's when we have the Senators, right? We have the Senators. I'm feeling confident about that game. Now, we win tonight. Okay. We have the Senators, and then one more game, which is the Capitals. We have the Senators at home, and then we're at the Capitals. Now follow me, this is important. Senators at the Capitals. If we win those 2 games, and the Islanders lose their next 3 games, we clinch. The point being, though, I know that sounds like it's a far-fetched scenario, the point being is that there is a possibility that we could clinch this before those last 2 games against the Leafs and the Canes. You see what I'm saying? Because playing the Leafs and the Canes, needing 2 points, I wouldn't mind avoiding that. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind clinching this early. But I feel good. I feel good. We beat the Sens and we beat the Capitals. And those 2 teams are pretty much out of it. And they're right at the point. Well, I think the Capitals got eliminated tonight. I think. But those teams are pretty much knowing that they're not going to get in. They're going to be a little bit down. Those are games that we should win. And then we'll see where the chips fall, depending on what the Islanders do. So Tampa, Lightning, Big Brother, come on. We could really use some help Thursday night, okay? And we promise, if the Panthers get in, if you beat the Islanders, okay, if we get in, we promise to give you a chance in the series in the second round after you guys beat Toronto and we beat Boston, or the Canes, or the Devils. Leave a comment who you'd rather play, Boston, Canes, or the Devils. Leave a comment. I'm curious. We go round and round on it on the stream. I'm not afraid of Boston. I'll be straight with you. I know I'm not an idiot most of the time. I know how this sounds. I'd rather play Boston than the Canes. The Canes kind of got our number a little bit. I'm not overly confident about the Canes. But Boston, we've played them well. I don't know. Just a sense. And then the Devils. So we'll see. But we need Sam Bennett back. All right. I'm going to stop rambling. Way too much sugar in that donut. I am so hyped up now. Kyle and Stu are running the stream. And I am buzzing 1,000,000 miles an hour. Oh boy. We've bought in now, right? We've bought in now. Like, there's no turning back now. I'm planning, who are we playing in the first round? That's where my mindset is now. There's 4 games left. We have control of the 7 seed. I'm moving forward. I'm the one that predicted we were going to make the playoffs, win the cup. So I'm moving forward with that prediction. That's where I'm going with this. All right. Stu and I have seen. I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna sleep. That the sugar's hitting me now. It was like the size of a football. It was unbelievable. It was the biggest donut I've ever seen in my life. 2 points.